Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you everybody for joining us today for the Sunday program. तो आज हम एक बहुत सुंदर बात करने वाले भगवद गीता से। भगवद गीता में भगवान कृष्ण अर्जुन को अनेक प्रकार की शिक्षा दे रहे हैं। But then there is one practical application in Bhagavad Gita, which is we all need success in our life. Is that right? But how can we get success without stress? Everybody is stressed out nowadays. I see everybody is working hard and people have a lot of stress in their life. Is that right? Everybody has stress. But Bhagavad Gita is the mantra which is success without stress. So I have written a book here. This is, I'm going to share the soft copy of my book. I just wrote the book here. And this is based on Bhagavad Gita, which teaches you about how to achieve success without stress. So there are 9 chapters of this book, but I don't know how much we can go through, but we'll go through as much as possible. I wrote this book for the students actually. A lot of students have a lot of stress nowadays. Is that right? So then there is one book for the professionals also. But I'm going to share is the student version, which is applicable for the student professionals also, or the people from all the walks of life, right? So before we do that, we'll do the Mangala Charan prayer and then we'll start our reading of Bhagavad Gita. Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurabhi Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So the title of the subject matter is Success Without Stress. And Lord Krishna is explaining to Arjuna in this Bhagavad Gita about this subject matter. Arjuna was stressed out on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And Arjuna was nervous, depressed. So Arjuna had an anxiety problem. So Lord Krishna then spoke this Bhagavad Gita and Arjuna's stress was relieved. So how did that happen? And why do the stress builds up in our life? Everybody gets stress in their life. So what is the story about this? So almost every student in their life or everybody in their life, they faces the confusion. Is that if I don't work hard all the time, I will fall behind, right? So everybody has this pressure. If they don't work hard, then they will fall behind. And then everyone else is studying more than me. I must control everything. Marks, rank, everything. So there is a competition sense in the student life. And in the professional life also, we see that people are doing better than you. You have to have competition there, compete with them. And sometimes one feels that no matter what I do, things don't go as I planned, right? You have some plan, you come to Thunder Bay and then the things doesn't work out. Does that happen? Everybody has a plan and then it doesn't work out. Maybe it's all your destiny. Why stress so much? So there's one question everybody always asks that should we plan, or there is a plan of Krishna for everybody? There is a destiny plan. Should we plan, or Krishna has a plan for us? What do you think? Should we plan, or Krishna has a plan for us? Krishna has a plan for us. So sometimes we work very hard, we plan very hard, but it doesn't go about the way we want. Does that happen in our life? So why does that happen? So that is another question, right? So think about daily life. You study seriously, but the exam papers turn out to be very difficult. Or you prepare well, but the result is not what you wanted, right? You came with a different plan and it happened something different. You plan your day perfectly, but then disasters ruins your situations. You try your best, but yet someone else seems to do better than you with the less effort. Does that happen with us? Somebody gets a success and you don't get it. And then this happens, the mind starts racing, mind starts asking the question, is that my luck is like that, or what's going to happen with me, and will I fail? What will people think about me? Have I ruined my future? There's always this question, tug of war. Right? Does it sound familiar or hypothetical I'm talking about? Does it sound familiar? We all are stressed out, right? Like that. So the pressure builds in a cooker, silently and slowly. Some people respond by over pushing themselves. They work hard all the time. They try to push themselves because they have to prove themselves, right? You are here in Canada, so you have to prove yourself. Otherwise, people will think what will. Constantly, Hare Krishna, comparing with others. उसका हो गया, मेरा अभी तक नहीं होता. ऐसा होता है आपके जीवन में नारायण प्रभु? क्या हो रहा है अभी आजकल? ऐसा हो रहा है? हाँ? बोलते हैं सबका हो रहा है, आपका नहीं हो रहा है. आप ही डलो, आपका नहीं हो रहा है. Some people give up. Some people say, okay, let's, जो होना है वो हो जाएगा, छोड़ो अभी इसको, ज्यादा चिंता करने का कारण वो प्रयास छोड़ देते, फिर हार जाते हैं. And avoiding all the efforts what they were trying, they give up because nothing is happening. अभी क्या करेंगे, कुछ करने का जैसा ये सब कुछ हो गया. Because they are tired of feeling stressed. But Bhagavad Gita offers wisdom. Hare Krishna. How are you, beta? Good. Good. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. So Bhagavad Gita, it gives us the answer. What does it say? Narayan Prabhu, you want to read?
Yeah. Smarter way to live and study. It teaches that you are responsible for effort, not perfection.
You are responsible for
Effort.
not perfection. So you can try your best, but perfection is not in your hand. Next one.
You must try
Sincerely.
sincerely, but you don't need to control everything.
So you're not the controller, right? Who is the controller? Somebody else is controller. Next one.
A result matters, but it does not define your worth.
Result does matter, but does it define your worth with the result? Sometimes you may not get results, but that might be the only that instance. Maybe that next time you get better result. So one result does not define your worth. Huh? Hare Krishna Mataji. So this way of thinking helps you to study with the focus instead of fear. People work under the performance anxiety. Everybody is fearful. What happens if I fail? Arjuna had the same anxiety. So anxiety is because of pressure. Thinking about it. It is not that he was not capable, but the thought itself creates the anxiety. It is not that you do not have capacity to perform. It is the thought which creates the problem in your life. So that is what. So Lord Krishna teaches Arjuna about knowing when to try hard and when to give up. Everybody tries very hard, right? You see, there is a story in Mahabharata. Draupadi, you know Draupadi's Katha? When Dushashan was removing the clothes of Draupadi, you know the story? Yeah? So, what is the story about? Dushashan is trying to humiliate Draupadi. और द्रौपदी क्या कर रही है?
Seeking for help from
She is seeking the help from Bhishma, Dronacharya, everybody there, from Pandavas. Nobody is over to help. So what did she first do? She tried to take the help. Then second step she did is, that is the third step. What is the second step? She tried to help herself. Right? So first she tried to help by asking the help from the others. Second, she tried to protect herself. And then she realized that she is not herself capable, then she gave up. So there are the things that we all try hard, but sometimes it doesn't work up. So मेहनत कितनी करनी, कहाँ तक करनी, और कभी छोड़ देना भगवान को, that has to be understood. So how much, the question here is, what is the question? You can read, Prabhu.
How much should I try and when should I stop worrying?
How much should I try and when should I stop worrying? There is a limit for everything, right? So we should know that when is the time to stop worrying. So Draupadi, when she understood that she cannot help herself, she stopped worrying, and what did she do? She just get to Krishna. Right? So you have to have the common sense also at the same time. So sometimes you feel, if I don't study all the time, I will fall behind, and everyone's still doing better than me. And other times feel that no matter what I do, the things don't work out. Maybe it's all destiny. Why stress so much? Right? So both things are very common, right? So Lord Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, what he says? Effort is not an option. Why? Because there is a shloka here. He says, Lord Krishna says in 3.5, Nahi kashchit kshanam api jatu tishtati akarmakrit karyati avashah karma sarva prakriti jair guna. Translation. You can read, Prabhuji. Mohit Prabhu. Everyone is
forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has.
acquired
Apart
from.
from the modes of material nature, therefore no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. No one can remain without action even for a moment.
What does this mean? So this means that even if you say that, okay, I have done everything, now I cannot do anything, it doesn't work like that. You have to give your best. Lord Krishna says that you cannot avoid your efforts. Even sometimes we do not get the results, but doesn't mean that we give up the efforts. So effort is not an option. It is compulsory for everybody. Everybody has to do work. Even when you don't do the work, you are doing work. What is that work you are doing? You are not doing, that is also work. Right? Because you have to do something. You cannot avoid the work. So Lord Krishna is saying that no one can remain without an action for a moment. So suppose you do not get the result, doesn't mean that you give up your efforts. So here, avoiding studies and saying that I will just trust the God. Some people say I surrender. What does surrender mean? Surrender does not mean that you gave up your efforts. You have to perform your efforts. Some people say that you're working very hard, so you don't have a faith in Krishna. What is faith? Faith does not mean that You make Krishna as your servant. कुछ लोग कहेंगे चलो भगवान करेंगे, we are not doing anything. So here Krishna is saying that you have to do on your part, your responsibility first. You cannot avoid your responsibility. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita in 6th chapter, what is he saying? Uddharet atmana atmanam na atmanam avasadait atmaiva hi atmano bandhur atmaiva ripuratmana. So translation of that is, can read?
One must live oneself by one's own mind efforts. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is a friend of the conditional soul and his enemy as well.
So the simple meaning is that we have to lift ourselves. Then Krishna will come and help. Lord Krishna is saying that Atmeva hi Atmano Bad Uddharet Atmana Atmanam Na Atmanam Avsadayet Atmaevi Atmano Bandhu Atmeva Ripur Atmana. Ripur means enemy. So if you do not help yourselves, nobody can help you. Is that right? So is that sometimes we fail doesn't mean here that you give up. You have to keep on doing your work. If you give up, then Krishna will not help you. Lord Krishna didn't say to Arjuna that you sit. Arjuna actually gave up the war, right? Arjuna didn't want to fight. He sat there with his Gandiva and says, I do not want to fight. But does that work in life? Does it work? Suppose आप मंदिर रोज आते हो, भगवान को रोज प्रार्थना करते हो, लेकिन आपको जॉब पे तो जाना पड़ेगा ना, कि नहीं? क्या आप मंदिर आते इसलिए भगवान आपको सब सप्लाई कर देंगे? करेंगे? Yes or no? I'm asking, I don't know answer. No? Actually एक कथा है अकबर और बिरबल की. एक बार क्या हो गया कि अकबर और बिरबल जानते हो ना, everybody knows अकबर बिरबल. वो जंगल में गए और हरे कृष्णा. You understand Hindi?
Yes.
Little bit? She doesn't understand? We'll speak in English, no problem. Welcome. What is your name?
My name is Diptesh.
Diptesh?
Yeah.
And? Akshara. Welcome. So Akbar and Birbal, once they went to jungle, they were hungry. It was 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So Akbar was very hungry. He is the king. And Birbal is the minister. So Akbar said to Birbal that, can you please find the food? Birbal said, it is my chanting time, Krishna. He said, I can't go now. It is my chanting and a time to remember Krishna. Because Birbal was Hindu, you know. Birbal was Rama Bhakta. His real name was Mahesh something. Mahesh Das. So he was a Hindu. He said, it is now time to remember Krishna now, so I can't go anywhere. So he sat underneath the tree and started chanting Hare Krishna mantra. It takes about 2 hours. So Akbar said, now I have to go. So Akbar went, he's the king, but he's finding the food. So there was a small hut, an old lady was staying inside. So Akbar went inside, said, I am the king, please give me some food. So she served the nice food to Akbar. Akbar left, but then on the way he remembered, oh, Birbal is also there, I have to take some food for him. So he took some food, he went inside and said, can you give a little more food because my minister is there with me. So he got some more food for Birbal. And then he came to Birbal. Birbal is sitting and doing chanting. So he said, see, this is the food for you. So Birbal had a food. And he said, you see, your God did not give you food. I brought the food for you. You know, if you don't work, the God will not give you food. But Birbal said, it is the God which gave me the food because it is Krishna who guided you to go back and ask the food. Is that right? Yes. So Birbal says that, oh, it is not you brought the food. It is Krishna who asked you to go back to that lady and beg. So now what is the truth? What is the truth? You tell me what is the truth. So can you get the food without working? Yes or no?
No.
He's saying, who say no? Who said no? But now the story I just gave you, Akbar Birbal Katha.
Like he worked for the God, like he was chanting, right?
He was chanting, yeah.
That's the word, like.
So if you come and sit here, you'll get the food. You come here every day and sit here, will you get the food? Why not? You should get the food. Prabhuji is saying yes.
आपकी किस्मत में होगा तो घर बैठे मिलेगा.
ये तो घर बैठने की बात करे वो तो he is saying that even don't go to Krishna. He is saying don't go to Krishna, don't go anywhere. You'll get the food. Does that happen? Let's go. Everybody go to his place tomorrow. Does that happen ever?
Note down the address.
No, I will give you the address. अच्छा बताइए अभी, what is the reality? Does God give you food or you have to work for your food? Now this after this story of Birbal and Akbar, who can help me here to understand? आपको प्रयास करने की जरूरत है या भगवान खाना भेज देंगे? बताइए. अच्छा एक और एक कथा बताते हैं. एक बार क्या हो गया कि one time Narad Muni was going through the jungle and there was a hunter. His name was Ratnakar. Ratnakar was hunting all the animals. So he said, why are you hunting these animals? He said, this is my profession. He said, but this animal hunting is not good. It is creating a bad karma for you. You are getting all sinful. But this is my roji roti. My family survives on this. He said, but you are doing this, your bad karma, will your family members will take their bad karma? He said, let me go and ask. He asked everybody. He said, no, we are not going to take your bad karma. You are responsible for it. So then he came back. He said, what should I do? So Narad Muni said, don't do anything. Just sit here and chant Ram Nam. He said, but how will I get my food? He said, you will get the food. Don't worry. So he sat underneath the tree. But he said, I can't chant Ram. He said, I will chant Mara, Mara, Mara. What is that chant? Mara, Mara. Because every day he used to hunt. और हंटर मर गया तो बोलता ना मरा एनिमल मर गया मरा. So he started chanting mara mara. Then he was sitting underneath the tree and everybody was going and coming watching this person who was a hunter now became sadhu. So everybody gave him the food. So he doesn't have to work. Huh? He's just chanting and getting the food. So this is the second example I gave you. That God supplies the food. Is that true or not? Huh? True. So you don't have to work. काम करना पड़ेगा या नहीं कि भगवान आके खाना देंगे? भगवान देंगे. कल आ जाओ इधर फिर जाएंगे काम पे. तो दोनों देंगे. आप आएंगे कल से? क्या जॉब पे जाना है कल? How many of you come to the temple tomorrow and not go to work then? कितने लोग काम पे नहीं जाएंगे कल? खाना मिलेगा. ऐसा दो कथा से बताया ना.
दो बातें कर रहे हैं. एक मटेरियलिस्टिक.
नहीं
कई बार आदमी बहुत मेहनत करता है, but he doesn't get the fruit that he was working for.
हाँ.
Sometimes some people do not even work that hard, but they get the result what everybody wants.
So इसकी बात चल रही है. What we are talking about, Krishna is saying in Karma Yoga, Bhagavad Gita we are talking about. Huh? Karma Yoga, Bhakti, all this translating into one. So the question here is that where do you draw a limit of your efforts and where do you draw the limit where your efforts end and Krishna's intervention starts? You know, there is always a zone. You never think that you are the controller. You understand? Some of the things you have to do, like getting up early in the morning. You see, there is one more katha, so you will understand this. One day, a Mahavat, you know Mahavat who rides on the elephant? He was riding an elephant. A mad guy was sitting right in front of the elephant. And Mahavat was shouting that please get out of the way of the elephant, otherwise the elephant will hurt you. But this mad man, he said, Krishna will come and save me. But that, he didn't listen. The Mahavat was shouting, get out of this, get out of this. But he said, no, my God will come and save me. What happened? The elephant took him and threw him in. He was killed. Why? Why he was killed? He was thinking that Krishna will come and save me. What happened there? Huh? Karma. Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman ki, Shri Radha Vrajavastha, Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mata ki, Shri Giriraj Dharan ki. So the madman did not do his own part. What was his part? He has to get out of the way. If you sit right in front of the railway coming at the speed of 400 kilometers per hour, sit on the track and say Krishna is going to save you. Is Krishna saving you there? Yes or no? Will Krishna save you? You say you are a crazy man. Standing right in front of the train and you are blaming me, Krishna? You are doing wrong and blaming to asking Krishna to do his work. What is his duty? Get out of the way of the railway, otherwise the railway is going to kill you. Is that right? So my Guru Maharaj used to tell me that God helps to those who have themselves. Krishna doesn't work like that. He's not your servant. He has so many other things to do. So Lord Krishna here says that one must deliver oneself with the help of his mind, with the efforts. You have to use your intelligence. Yes or no? अगर आप काम ही नहीं करेंगे, घर बैठे रहेंगे और बोलेंगे खाना आ जाएगा लाइट का बिल आएगा, समझिएगा, फिर हीटिंग बंद हो जाएगा, सब कुछ बंद हो जाएगा, कृष्णा बिल भरने के लिए नहीं आएंगे, है ना, क्योंकि आपने अपना काम नहीं किया. अगर आपने अपना काम किया होता तो कृष्ण would come. What is that? You do your duty 100%. Whatever you have to do your things. Then Krishna will take care of the rest. First you do your best, then Krishna will take care of the rest. But if you do not do anything, ऐसे बैठे रहेंगे, कृष्णा खाना भेजो, होने वाला? At least हमारे जीवन में तो नहीं होने वाला. Now some people give me an example. Narsimha Mehta happened and Mirabai happened. Well, they were extraordinary souls. We are less than ordinary. It's not going to happen with us. Huh? Is that right? So here Krishna says that you have to deliver yourself. One must deliver. What is the saying? Can you read again?
One must lift oneself by one's own mind or effort. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditional soul and his enemy as well.
So you have to do your best. Use your mind, use your intelligence, and do your best. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Now, Lord Krishna is saying that when you are doing your work, you have to be balanced in your work. What is he saying? Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyakta dhananjaya siddhi asiddhya samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Ankit Prabhu,
Perform your duty. Be poised, O Arjuna, abandoning all attachment to success or failure. Such equanimity is
called as yoga. Lord Krishna is saying that you perform your duty. What does that mean? Do your best. Accept whatever the results happen very comfortably, calmly. And do not let marks or results decide your worth. Your results may be less, but you are more worth than what it is. So this is the balance Lord Krishna is saying, that you must protect. Yogastha kuru karmani. Perform your duty 100%. Whatever is your job. So your job is a doctor or engineer, whatever it is. You get an opportunity to work. And you say, okay, I got an opportunity, but I do not want to work because Krishna is going to supply you. It's not going to happen. But after working, whatever the results you get, you accept it. That is called as Yoga, which means that you do your best, and that is called as true surrender. What is the surrender means? Surrender means that when things are not beyond your control, it's called surrender. Huh? So some people, they have false surrender. Why try? Because there is a destiny. Do you all believe in destiny? You believe in destiny? So should we try or not? Or just leave it up to destiny?
दो कंसेप्ट है, प्रारब्ध and पुरुषार्थ.
तो बताइए कि प्रारब्ध करना चाहिए या पुरुषार्थ करना चाहिए. प्रारब्ध. You believe in destiny, so don't try anything. You believe in the destiny, so don't try anything.
Destiny will take you the ways that you have to do accordingly.
So what is the surrender means? Surrender to destiny or surrender to prarabdha?
Surrender to
Destiny.
Prarabdha.
Prarabdha. Surrender means
Just go with the flow.
go with the flow. That's good understanding, but I'll tell you something more from Bhagavad Gita. So, like for a student who wants to study very hard, and what is the destiny? The marks, Sometimes you study and then you may get the very difficult question in the exam. So what is that? Destiny. And what was but if you do not study, then your destiny, who decided your destiny? You yourself, right? Because if you do not do the work, who decides the destiny? So suppose I have Hare Krishna, everybody. How are you? Welcome. Nice to see you all. So if he's talking about destiny, Prabhuji is saying destiny. Prabhuji is saying that there is a destiny, you don't have to work. So your destiny is that you're going to fail, so don't work, don't go to school. Does that happen? So what is the destiny? So you studied hard, and what are the results come, you accept it. So that is also true. And then if the results doesn't come what you want, what do? You learn from it. Next time I'll improve upon it. Don't get demoralized. Right? So that is what Krishna is telling to Bhagavad Gita, that give your best and leave the rest. Otherwise, if you try to take control of everything in your hand, it's not possible. Can you control everything? You can't control everything. But what you can control? You can control your time. You can control your work. Can you control the results? It's not possible to control your results, right? So we have to stop worrying about everything. There is one thing in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna teaches, here is Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. This is a very famous shloka. Let's do this one. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma karma phal heturbhur ma te sangostava karmani. What does that mean? Read. Who wants to read? Prashant, you want to read?
You have right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of exile. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty.
So suppose you work very hard, you studied very hard, you didn't get any good marks. So people say you are dumb. You work so hard, but you're not getting the results. Does that people say? When I used to work very hard in the school days, I used to study very hard. I used to study like 8 hours, 10 hours every day. People used to say, this guy is a crazy guy. But I had this anxiety always that if after studying 8, 10 hours, suppose you fail, what will people say? What will people say? He's a dumb guy. पूरा दिन भर बैठा रहता है लाइब्रेरी में, पढ़ाई में को मार्क 0, क्या पढ़ता है? So what should I do now? Stop for studying? What should I do? Just worry about the others?
Change the subject.
You see, you don't have to take it negatively. That is what the shloka says, that don't get demoralized. Sometimes you might be just very close to the destiny. There was one person who was digging for the gold. He went 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, 100 feet, 150 feet, 200 feet. No gold. So what did he do? He gave up because he went 200 feet down. And then after he dug 200 feet, he left the place. And somebody else came and he dug another 10 feet and he got the gold. What was the problem here? What was the problem here?
He was not destined.
He was not destined, or he gave up the efforts. He gave up the efforts, right? So that is the thing here. That is the meaning of this shloka. Is that what is that he's saying? Read Mohit Prabhu.
You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the result, to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the result of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty.
See, never give up the things. Sometimes you may fail. That is okay. You may fail 2 times, 5 times, 10 times. You can't fail always. You have to keep on doing your work, right? You will get a success. Success is not that it comes instantly. It might take some little time. Some people take time. It's okay. Again, that might be a destiny. But again, you as long as you are trying, the destiny may change. But if you don't try, then you design your destiny by not trying hard. So Lord Krishna is saying that you have a right to perform. That is your right. You can't give up your right. You have a right for driving, your right for voting, or something like that. So all your rights, right? Actually, driving is a privilege. It's not your right. Walking is your right. So some of your rights. Right means nobody can. So what is your right? As you're a student now, right? On work. Anybody student here? What is your right?
Doing our work, doing it properly.
Right is study, right? Your right is your authority is to study. Nobody can take away your right. Suppose somebody is on a work permit. What is your right? Work. Like that. But then you are not entitled for the outcome of the, everything is multifactorial. Results are multifactorial. You can plant a seed, but whether the seed will give a tree and whether the fruits will come or not, is that in your hand? The planting is in your hand. Watering the seed is in your sunlight is in your hand. Rain. So there are multiple factors happening here. So Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna that don't judge yourself by results. Don't count your worth by your result. See, you might be making $20, but doesn't mean that you are worth $20. Actually, in the future, you might be making $1 million. But your worth is not by what you make at this time. You are much more than that. That is what this shloka means. Sometimes we judge ourselves and others by their outcome. But it's not so. Because results are multifactorial. Sometimes somebody can get success by very little result. Might be just that day is lucky. It doesn't mean that, in the cricket they get like six wicket in 1 over. But does that happen every day? It happens once in a blue moon. Not every day is that day, right? So don't judge yourself by the results. That is what the shloka means. We all think that if I make this money, I'll be successful. But it's not like that. You get the point? Krishna is saying that you are much more than what the results might be saying. Okay, so that is what the shloka is. So actually, in India, they say that somebody who's scoring 99% mark is very intelligent. Is that right? Is that right or wrong? Wrong, right? Who says wrong? Yeah, why? Results doesn't decide what is your worth. Some people who score 35 marks may become the best person. Is that right? So the results does not describe your worth. That is this shloka means. Don't judge yourself or others by outcome. Arjuna was worried about the outcome. We create pressure by thinking about outcome. Is that right? And that is the main problem. That is the shloka. This shloka is telling us that don't worry too much about the outcome. Is that right? What creates the pressure in our life?
Society.
Huh?
Society.
Society? Absolutely correct. But why the society? Because the results. What will people say? Because the results, right? More you worry about the results. So here, Lord Krishna says here in Shloka, Dukkeshva anudvega manaha Sukheshva vigata swara Vitaraga bhaya krodha Sthita dharmuni uchyate. Translation. Prabhuji, what is your name?
Biren,
Biren Prabhu. You want to read?
one who is not disturbed in life, even admits the threefold miseries or elated when there is a happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger is called a sage of steady mind.
Here Lord Krishna is saying that Vitaraga bhaya krodha. So sometimes success happens, then people become very excited. And then failure happens, they are demoralized. Right? But Lord Krishna is saying don't get disturbed, which is means that don't collapse in failure. People they get demoralized too much. Or when there is success, then they become arrogant. Abhiman aa jata hai. I'm successful. Krishna is saying balanced in both. So how do you stay balanced? Vitaraga bhaya krodha. How do you stay balanced? In success and failure. How do you stay balanced? What is your name? Nishi, yes. How do you stay balanced? Huh? Have a confidence. That is true. But yeah, one day it will happen. Don't give up. Right? That is true actually. What else? What else I can do? Detachment from?
From the whatever the outcome.
Yeah, that is what Krishna is saying that. How do you stay detached though? How do you not collapse in the failure? Everybody will collapse. Is that right? Suppose you are in a share market and you lose $1 billion. What will happen? आपका सब पैसा शेयर में चला गया क्या करेंगे you will collapse actually right you have a job and tomorrow there is no job you will collapse right suppose you lose your family member very near and dear one what will happen 100% collapse right? But Lord Krishna is saying that do not collapse in good or bad times. So how do you do that? So it's easier said than done, right? You can say don't collapse, but it will happen. So how do you stay like that? Huh? Repeated practice of collapsing? Repeated practice? Collapse every day, so if you don't feel like collapsing.
There is no more collapse.
You get used to collapse, right? Well, that is the trick here of Bhagavad Gita, is that more you understand that you are not in control, you will not collapse. You understand? You are not in control. Yeah, that is what Lord Krishna is saying that karmanyevadhikarasya. You are not in control. You are not the controller of both good and bad. If you are not controller, why do you want to collapse? Right? If everything collapses, but I mean, I'm not the controller, how can I? If you think you'll collapse when you think that you are the one who are controlling everything, right? So that is what Lord Krishna is saying here in Bhagavad Gita. He says that Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Tvakta Dhananjaya Siddhi Asiddhyo Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. So he's saying that perform your duty, abandoning success or failure, because you are not the controller. Who is the controller? Who is the controller? If you are not the controller, who is the controller? Is that Krishna has time to control everything? Who controls everything? Who controls everything around us? Who is the controller? Huh? Who is saying? Maya Devi. There is a shloka here. What is that shloka? Prakrute kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasa ahankara vimudhatma kartamamiviti manyate. Actually, the control is under the three modes of nature. Sattva guna, raja guna and tama guna. So who is controlling? The Prakriti. So Prakriti is controlling everything actually. But we think that we are controlling. Actually, it's like a puppet, puppet show. Have you seen the puppet show? Somebody else is controlling the strings. So who is controlling the strings? There is a person behind who is controlling. And you think you are controlling. That's a false thing. So people, they think that they are controlling, but actually they are not. A man who is sitting on a bullock cart, and a dog is underneath the bullock cart, and the bullock cart is being pulled by the bull, but the dog thinks that he is pulling the bullock cart. So what is that called as? That's called as foolishness, right? You're not the one who is controlling everything. Who is controlling? Krishna is controlling through Prakriti. So more we think that we are controllers, more we are in problem. But that does not mean you give up your common sense also. You have to use your common sense. You see, a plane when it flies, how many wings does a plane need? Can a plane fly with one wing? How many wings it need? Two wings, right? So one wing is your efforts, and another wing is, some people say destiny, some people say karma, some people say Krishna. But you need two wings. It doesn't happen with one wing, right? So if Krishna is there but you don't give your hard work, then the plane will not fly. You need two wings to fly. What is that? One is your efforts and one is, and the destiny, karma, Krishna, everything will take care. But so what does that mean? That we are not in control. Somebody else is controlling us. So Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says that if you surrender everything to me, I will take care of you. What is that shloka? Who can help me? 18.65. Sarva Dharman. Aham tvam sarvam papebhyo mokshashyami. So भगवान कहते हैं कि आप मेरी शरणागति में आ गए तो मैं सब कुछ कर दूंगा. यानी क्या? What does that mean? मोक्ष यानी क्या? तो आपको कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, मैं करूंगा. ऐसा? What does that mean? Krishna is saying, आपको कुछ करने की, आप मेरे शरण में आ जाओ, बाकी सब मैं ख्याल कर लूंगा.
You surrender and you will be.
Krishna will look after you.
Yeah.
But then what does that mean? So आपको कुछ करना नहीं है, कृष्ण करेंगे सब कुछ.
No, whatever you do, you have to keep Krishna in the center. Let's say if you are earning, so you should have to think that my family who are devotees, so I will feed them so that they can be all together can serve Krishna. So this is the intention, then definitely, and life will be centered by Krishna.
Yeah. So what does the surrender means here? Surrender means that you give up everything.
You give up your thoughts of that you are controlling.
But still you have to do your work. Right? Surrender does not mean that you sit quietly and Krishna will do everything. It's not going to happen. So ultimately, you have to do your part. So you have little control. What is that little control? Control over your mind. You have to control your mind and work. And also you can take guidance from the guru and people around you. Krishna says, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So while doing your work, you also need guidance. Is that right? When we drive, we need GPS, right? What does GPS do?
Gives the direction.
Right, left, right? Navigate. Similarly, we need guidance in our life. Who gives the guidance? Krishna gives the guidance. Have you seen Krishna?
Thoughts through intelligence.
So Krishna comes through Guru actually. It's very important. Krishna sends, he comes through Guru actually. So you need to have a guru. So you all have a guru? Who is your guru? Mohit Ram? Yourself? You are the guru?
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita is a guru. Very nice. Huh? Krishna is a guru. Bhagavad Gita is a guru. Guru is there are two forms of guru. Huh? One is Vapu and second is Vani. Vani is this Bhagavad Gita. So when you read Krishna Bhagavad Gita of Prabhupada, actually Prabhupada is guiding you. You also need a person guru also, to whom you can talk. Right? Nowadays you can talk with AI. Right? Because there is AI Bhagavad Gita, you can talk to the AI Bhagavad Gita. Have you seen that? So you download AI Bhagavad Gita and you say, hey Krishna, I have this problem, and then Bhagavad Gita, AI Bhagavad Gita will answer your question. Have you seen that? No?
No.
Are you not? You are not forward then, you're backward. So you go in the internet, search AI Bhagavad Gita, okay? And then you ask Krishna, hey Krishna, I have a problem, relationship problem. And then the Bhagavad Gita shloka will guide you.
Surrender.
Nikhil Prabhu, you have any problem? No? You don't need Bhagavad Gita then. He does not have problems. Because he is the problem. So like that. Okay, so thank you so much. Anybody has any questions? So what is the complete surrender? Is that letting Krishna take charge of yourself. What does that mean? Surrender does not mean that you stopped trying your efforts. Doesn't mean that I give up my dreams like that. Huh? So that is the complete surrender means. So what is the way forward? So simple things. Huh? Let's do one by one. What is your name, Prabhuji? Gunjal. Can you read this? A simple day every practice, every day morning. Oh, you give your classes to. Friend in need is friend indeed. Okay, you want to read? Huh?
Yeah. The way forward, a simple daily practice. Each morning, Krishna, please guide my effort.
Every day morning you get up and what you do? You chant this mantra. Let's do it together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. What does that mean? It says that Krishna, please guide me today. Every day morning you ask Krishna through this mantra. Hey Krishna, can you please guide me? Bhagwan ko roz pratna karti. Krishna, and then whatever the results you have at the end of the day, you come back and offer it to Krishna by chanting the mantra again. What do? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in this way, through this mantra, in the morning, you ask for the help. In the evening, whatever you made results, you offer it to Krishna. That is the way forward. So you keep on doing. It's not that you don't perform your duty. Destiny is there, but destiny will work if Krishna is there, if you work yourself hard. Okay? Any questions you have? No, all good? What is the take-home message for you, Dhruv? Gunjan? What is the take-home message? You came late, but do you have some message with you today? You came very late. Yeah. What did you learn today? To be on time. I like it. Take a big round of applause for it.
I wanted to come earlier, but I was in job.
No, you stay here now. Don't go. That's good. How about you? What did you learn today?
Be such late. Yeah. Lives on God's hand. अपना करते रहो.
अपना करते
अगर भगवान पे छोड़ दो ना.
छोड़ दो. बहुत लेट आने का ये नुकसान है. पूरा सुना नहीं आपने. नारायण प्रभु उनको बताइए क्या बात हुई. Tell him what did you do? What
You
did
have
you do?
to keep doing the effort and don't worry about the results. Because you are not the controller.
Mohit Prabhu, you want to add something?
Same.
What say they?
Both are right. Perform your duty and keep the trust on Krishna. Keep faith on Krishna.
Well, nothing will work if you don't work. Huh? You have to get up and do yourself hard work. Huh? Sometimes you think that मंदिर आ रहे इसलिए काम हो जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है. मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. Krishna will, as I said, there are two wings of the plane. One wing is trust in Krishna, but other wing is your own self. So you have to do all your efforts, then only things will work. Otherwise, it's not going to work. ठीक है? Don't blame Krishna for everything. This is one thing. God, भगवान मंदिर आया लेकिन कुछ काम नहीं हुआ, मंदिर नहीं आएंगे. So what did you do from your end? If you did, Krishna help to those who
Help them.
help themselves. Don't be like that mad man who was sitting in front of elephant and said, "Oh, I'm not going to get away from the elephant because Krishna will come and remove me." He died there. We stand in front of the railway and say, "Krishna will remove me from the railway." It's not going to happen. Railway will finish you. Ram Naam. हो जाएगा आपका. So you have to do yourself. Okay? Is that okay? Let's do the आरती ceremony. Shri Prabhupada की. Any questions you have? किसी का कोई प्रश्न? You have a प्रश्न? No? No question means you didn't understand or you understand everything. Who said that? You? You came late. How did you understand everything?
I came at the time of purchase.
Confusion. Okay, good. Very nice. Okay, keep on coming. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. चलिए आरती करते हैं अभी. नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले. तो बाहर से सब गेस्ट को बुला लो, जो बाहर लॉबी में बैठे हैं सबको आरती के लिए बुला लो. श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय